What is up, YouTube fam? So we're here talking about the DJI Spark, which you don't see in front of me because I don't have a DJI Spark. I was not one of the lucky people to get one to test for this whole trial run that they're doing, that they're giving out all the Sparks to everyone. I guess I don't have enough subscribers. But I did want to chat about the DJI Spark and if it's a drone that I'm gonna get, and if it's a drone that you should get. So let's chat. So the DJI Spark is like, I'm sure you're watching all the videos on YouTube right now. It's tiny. It's like the size of this kind of drone, one of these little racer drones, but with an awesome gimbal like the Mavic that has like all the functionality and everything you could want out of a drone, but in like a pocket size. They say it's the size of an iPhone with some wings on it. I mean, kind of what the Breeze was trying to do, except for the Breeze, the camera's just not that good and it's not very stable and etc. I flew this once before it crashed into a fence and broke. Probably duct tape that at some point and go take it out for some target practice. Regardless, the DJI Spark is a rad little drone, and I think it's gonna be a perfect drone for a lot of people. Guys, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll realize that I'm a big Mavic user. This is like my favorite drone. Flying this since the beginning, and I think this drone is awesome. The difference with the Spark is that you now have a smaller, more compact body. You have something that you can take with you on the go, more so than this. You could take it off from the palm of your hand, use your palm. I'm sure you've seen iPhone NATO's video doing the whole palm thing. And then you could also just use your phone, and it has a lot of automation software that allows you to basically control this drone autonomously, let it get the shots that you want to get. Like some of these really cool shots where it flies away, flies up, does a circle, you know, all that stuff that you want to get for your videos. The little Spark can do that, which is awesome. The difference is the Spark is only 1080p. It has a 16-minute flight time. You know, there's some limitations in terms of its usability in that way. And I think the difference between someone wanting a Spark versus someone wanting a Mavic is going to be what it is that they're shooting. For example, if you are just a content creator, you're a vlogger, you're someone that's just putting out cool videos on YouTube and you want some drone shots, you want to add to that, you want to make them more exciting, and you know, you want those aerial shots, then the Spark is for you because that drone is perfect. It's a small drone that you can have with you, keep with your small cameras and go. And you don't need the 4K footage. So that's, I guess, where the difference lies. Like the 4K footage on the Mavic is amazing and I use it all the time. I not only fly the Mavic for fun for vlogs, but I do a lot of other stuff, and that 4K footage comes in handy. I mean, it's more of a filmmaking drone when you put the 4K footage in there, more of the controls on the controller itself with the screen. It just becomes more of a filmmaker's drone, even though it's small. You know, it still is not as good as, say, the Inspire, some of the other big drones. I mean, this one, it's good, but I still like the Mavic. Like I've said, this drone can be used for a lot of the filmmaking purposes that you would need, and you have the higher resolution. It can handle wind pretty well. I've really tested, I mean, I've put this thing through the ropes. Now the Spark, I think, is like the perfect tool for content creators. And when you're ready to make that jump and you need 4K footage, that's when you would upgrade to something like a Mavic. But if it's your first drone, get the Spark. If you're just a video content creator, get the Spark. If you don't care about 4K footage, get the Spark. It's cheap and all of its components are super small. So even though it has a 16-minute flight time, you can get multiple batteries. You're not gonna be flying big long flights. I don't normally fly a full battery on the Mavic. Like I usually fly like half a battery. It doesn't really matter that there's a 16-minute flight time. I don't think you'll find an issue. And the range, it's not that big a deal. It has less of a range than Mavic. Who cares? You'll be able to fly. You'll be able to get the really cool shots. If you're flying 4 miles, I'd really like to see what it is that you're shooting that's 4 miles away, because very few, I mean, I've tested the Mavic on how far it can go, and very rarely do I actually use it for distance. I use it to get cool shots of whatever it is that I'm doing at the time, and the distance thing has never been something that's hugely important. This doesn't mean that I'm not gonna get a Spark. I might get one eventually down the road. The Spark actually, I think, would be rad for a lot of the travel stuff we do. I mean, I'm sure you saw one of the other videos that I put out recently where my drone actually got taken at customs when I went into Nicaragua. They might have not seen the Spark just because of its size, or they might have thought it was just like a toy or something. You never know. The look and feel of it is much smaller. I mean, this, when you fold it out, look more like a professional drone, whereas if you had a little Spark, it might take the propellers off, it might look like a toy. So there might be some instances where having a smaller drone might help. Like I said in one of my other videos, it's getting tougher and tougher to travel with drones, even if the rules of the country state that you can bring it in, and this is the rules. The people at customs might actually challenge that and force you to pay something, or I've heard of a lot of really bad things happening depending on what country you're in. Regardless, I'm super excited about the Spark. I have the DJI goggles coming right now. They should be here probably today actually. So I'm excited to play with those, and I know that they're gonna work with the Mavic, they're gonna work with the Spark. That's awesome. Being able to use the goggles, fly the little drone. Guys, a drone for $500 that is professional quality, that you could get away with shooting some amazing stuff. Only time that you'd want to start upgrading from the Spark is if you need a little more power, a little more flight time, a little more distance, and just a little bit more of a drone. If you're just looking to fly a drone, go get the Spark right now. I'm telling you, you're gonna love that. And I think a good beginner drone, it's perfect. It's a good way to start, get into the drone community. So guys, that's it. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully next time DJI comes out with a product, they'll send one my way and I can do some testing for you. But it takes having a lot more subscribers, obviously. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Spark in the comments below. Please let me know. Let me know what you think about this drone. Is it one that you're gonna go out and buy right now, or is it one that you're gonna wait on? Are you just gonna get with the Mavic, the Phantom, the Inspire? Give me your thoughts and we'll chat. Guys, see you on the next one.